سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. رب يسر ولا تعسر وتممه بالخير وبك نستعينك يا فتاح. ربي زدنا علما، ربي زدنا علما، ربي زدنا علما. اللهم أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن سهلا إذا شئت. Everybody can see my screen clearly, inshallah. You can see the screen, everyone? Right.
Ji.
Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So we're beginning, inshallah. The reason I'm putting on the video, there will be days that you might find that I'm not putting on the video on those days, but generally what I've noticed is when the video is on, you can pay attention because you're looking at somebody, you can see that person, and even though you're saying a parra, but you sort of have this connection to the person who is teaching you. And so inshallah, that's the hope, that while you are learning, you are still able to concentrate and focus. Now, alhamdulillah, thumma alhamdulillah, we are grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the immense ni'mah of being able to be students and talibatul ilm. And as we begin this journey, we navigate this journey, you will find that you will start to fall in love slowly with the words of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the words of the hadith, the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is the focus of becoming an alima. Whether you are studying 1 year, whether you study 2 years, whether you study 5 years, it is to fall in love with knowledge. And subhanallah, this kitab that we are starting today, it is called Zaadut Taalibeen. And inshallah, everybody should have one note especially dedicated to Zaadut Taalibeen. There's going to be a lot of writing and spacing out of your work. This is the most grueling book that you're going to be doing, because here, practically, we want to see how well do you know your Arabic, right? So this book might seem easy, but it is a book that there's a lot of practical application in it. So here, when we look at the top of the kitab, there's a hadith that is written here, أُعْطِيتُ جَوَامِعَ الْكَلِمِ. أُعْطِيتُ جَوَامِعَ الْكَلِمِ. The first and the most important thing that we have to understand is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, I have been given the most comprehensive of speech, the most encompassing of speech. And this is something so beautiful when you look at statements of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, small statements that seem so tiny, just 2 words, and yet the meanings are so extensive. If I just move my screen a little and you look at the amount of kitabs I have, all of these kitabs right down here, these are all a hadith kitab. And when you look at it, it goes right down that way. I've got about 4 other shelves in my house. And subhanAllah, when you think about, these are all kitabs that are explaining the words of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you understand what is the meaning of Jawami al-Kalim, meaning all-encompassing speech that has in his 23 years, subhanAllah, all those ahadith that have lasted us centuries upon centuries upon centuries. They have advice for every single moment and for every single possibility, subhanAllah. So this kitab, it is called Zaadut Taalibeen. And if you are taking down your notes, write down Zad means the provision and Taalibeen is the student. So the author says that this kitab is the provision of the students from the words of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. All of these hadith, he has taken it from the kitab Mishkatul Masabih. Mishkatul Masabih. And his focus, this kitab was written by Maulana Muhammad Ashik Ilahi. Maulana Muhammad Ashik Ilahi Al-Barni, rahimahullah. He wrote this kitab, and so what he did was, I'm going to explain how he broke down the kitab later on. But for right now, let's go to the Muqaddimatul Kitab. Sister Safira, when we say Muqaddimatul Kitab, we are talking about the forward of the kitab, the forward. And he starts off and he says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi alladhi sharrafana ala sa'iril umami. برسالة من اختصه من بين الأنام بجوامع الكلم وجواهر الحكم صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم. وسلم ما نطق اللسان بمدحه ونسخ القلم. He says, all praises be to Allah who has honored us over all the other nations with a message that he has taken and he has specified it for us. He's given us this message and he's explained our message with a very concise speech. And he's given us all of these pearls of wisdoms. Who is this? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We're praising Allah for sending Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah's blessings and salawat be upon him and upon his family and his companions. And may Allah bless him and send his salams upon him. As for every single word that for every single statement that leaves the tongue in praise of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and every word that was written, may all of that reward go to our beloved Habib sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So when you look at this kitab, he praises Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, praises Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the ni'mah of having Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And now as you go on, you'll notice that one of the important things that he explains to us is that this kitab is a kitab that is looking at the words of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But the focus is, as a student, your Arabic has to be strong. If your Arabic is strong, you are able to understand a whole lot of other kitabs. This Alimiya is just a key before you move into your other kitabs. It's only a key. So you cannot study every single kitab under the sun in 5 years. You can never do that. But what you do is you start off by studying and you form your Arabic. Your Arabic is strong. And in so doing, you are able to, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, you are able to practice on and read other kitabs. So this kitab, Zaadut Taalibeen, is broken down into different parts. The first part that it is broken down into is the Jumlatul Ismiya, which means that we are going to be learning hadith with beautiful lessons of the hadith, but at the same time, we are going to be learning the breakdown of our Arabic. So our Arabic work, and this is going to be working hand in hand. Is everybody with me? Right? It's going to be working hand in hand. So this kitab, predominantly, the focus is how are you aware of reading the fatha, the dhamma, the kasra? Can you read it correctly? So if you look at the first hadith, or the second hadith, there's no sign on the second one. There's Ad-Dinu has a dhamma, but Nasiha doesn't have anything on it. And so this is what we are going to be building up, inshallah, right? So I'm going to explain each one. So you'll find we have sections that are showing you the nominal sentences, other sections that have the verbal sentences, other sections that tell you about la linafi al-jins, inna, kana. So each section, what he did was he took a hadith that have similar sentence constructions, put them together so that you can benefit from the advice of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and from the practical learning of the breakdown of the hadith. So we begin, inshallah, al-babul awwalu, bismillahir rahmanir rahim, fi jawami' al-kalimi wa manabi' al-hikami wal mawa'idh al-hasanati, in the most concise of speech, the first chapter in the most concise of speech, and the springs of wisdom and the beautiful advices. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam has said, إنما الأعمال بالنيات, most certainly actions are dependent upon their intentions. وإنما لإمرئ ما نوى, and for every man is that which he has intended. فمن كانت حجرته إلى الله ورسوله, so that person who made hijrah to Allah and his Rasul, فهجرته إلى الله ورسوله, so his migration will be to Allah and his Rasul. Please make sure you're writing down. ومن كانت هجرته إلى دنيا يصيبها, and whoever made a immigration towards this world to attain any benefit of this world, then you will attain that benefit. أو امرأة يتزوجها, or for to marry a woman, فهجرته إلى ما هاجر إليه, then his migration will be to whatever he has immigrated to. Now this hadith is a hadith which we know in every kitab of hadith. This kitab in Riyadh al-Salihin, in Mishkat al-Masabih, in Bukhari Sharif, almost all the kitabs, the first hadith that they have put in the beginning as a start is this kitab, where Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam directs our attention to understand the value of our niyyah, the value of what it is that we want to gain from our ilm. And subhanallah, here he tells us the story of a man who was known as Abdullah, and I explained this recently. And this man, Abdullah, he has supposed to make hijrah to Makkah from Makkah to Madinatul Munawwara, and he had nothing stopping him from that hijrah. He had absolutely no reason. There was no reason for him not to be able to go. And he just kept putting it on every day. I'll go tomorrow, I'll go tomorrow, I'll go tomorrow. And subhanAllah, eventually time passed by, and he got engaged to a lady who was living in Medina. Her name was Qais. And so he said, okay, now it's compulsory on me to make this hijrah. And I'm also getting married at the same time. Now it's easy. He packed up and he left, right? And so people began to call him, they began to say, instead of becoming a person who made hijrah to Allah in his Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you are not muhajir ila Allah, but you are muhajir ila Qais, muhajir Qais, the person who made hijrah for Qais. And so people started calling him this, like, that is the reason you came. You came because you wanted to get married. And Nabi Sallallahu clarified that yes, when a person truly makes intention for Allah, that is what you will get, and His Rasul. But if you made intention to come for some worldly purpose, even though you said, I'm doing it because Allah commanded me, but because the intention was mixed, that will be your reward. Now, subhanAllah, this hadith is, one that should make you and I have a very important focus. And what is the focus, beloved students? Is that my niyyah has to be clearly, wholly, and clearly for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My niyyah has to be such that I am completely and totally focusing on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nothing else. I'm not learning ilm because I like it. I'm not learning ilm because, I've got time to pass. I'm not learning ilm because I'm doing there's no other niyyah except that, Ya Allah, ibtigha'a mardatik, I want to get your pleasure. I want to make it such that you are happy with me, subhanAllah. So right now, as we start off, correct our niyats, whatever it might be, correct the niyyah and make huge niyats. Make niyats that, oh Allah, I want you to accept me for your deen. Oh Allah, I would love to be a sabab of learning the beautiful kitabs. I want to understand the Quran. I want to become a person who loves learning the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And make a firm intention that, Ya Allah, what I learn, I want to bring into practice for myself firstly. Ya Allah, I want to be of the Ahlul Quran. Who are the Ahlul Quran? Those people who, when people looked at them, they were reminded of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah make me and make you, make us all worthy of that distinction, of that enormous title, inshallah. Allahumma ameen ya rabbil alameen. So the first hadith, bi'idhnillah, is to correct our intention. And now we move on and we start off with al-jumlatul ismiya. So I'm going to stop my share for a second and I'm going to share the whiteboard. I'll be able to do this. Okay, inshallah. Let me see. Okay, actually, let me rather do it this way. Wait 1 second. Okay, you've got the hadith on the board, right? Okay, just give me a second. I'm just going to put this onto the board for you so you can see what I'm doing, and we'll carry on, inshallah. Can you see the board? Jay? Is it clear or are you too low? Assalamu alaikum, sisters. Can you hear me?
Gee, we can.
Okay, can you see the board?
Gee.
It's not too far, right?
No,
Is
no,
that
it's
okay?
perfect. Perfect.
Okay. Right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So I want to just show you how you are going to set out your work, okay? So first and foremost, you are going to start off and you are going to write. Obviously, you're going to start off with your Bismillah. Copy it exactly as I'm doing, right? Okay. So we are doing the first section, which is called Jumlatul Ismiya. Jumlatul اسمية. Right. In
Ma,
Jumlatul Ismiya, here,
I'm not sure if anyone else has this problem, but I can't see the marker. Like what
right?
Appa is
Okay, I think my marker is quite light. Just give me a second. Mm. Yeah, I'm just going to explain from here, inshallah, and then I'll bring it closer, okay? Once we're done, I'll bring it closer, okay? Right. So you're writing here, you're writing your Bismillah, the name of your topic, which is the nominal sentence. I'll bring the computer closer as I'm finished, right? The nominal sentence. So I'm showing you the example, right? The first thing is you're writing the hadith down. So the first hadith is ad-deenu an-nasihatu. Right? Ad-deenu an-nasihatu. Right? So I'm just going to bring you closer so you can see what I'm showing you. All right? You can see it now? Okay. So why this is important is how you break it down. You will leave an arrow. You will put an arrow here. One line, you've got an arrow. And the first line, you're going to write the rule. What is the rule? Which I'm going to explain correctly now. Mubtada'un. And here you will write khabarun. Then you will make another arrow. And then you will write what is the sign, right? I'm going to explain in detail just so you can see for now. Marfu'un. And then you will write another arrow and you write alamatul rafi, ad-dammatul zahir. All right. So just so you can see the breakdown, everyone, I've got the Arabic. You will write your English next to it. Then your rule get you an arrow, the rule, an arrow, the name of the sign, and then the sign of the letter, which is I'm going to explain in detail now. But can you see how many sentences, how many lines that takes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 lines just to make sure that you have spread out your work correctly. Now, this is important because when you spread out the work correctly, you are able to understand the ruling. And that is the whole focus here. So let's start off now with the first one. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In our Arabic language, we are looking at the nominal sentence, and the nominal sentence is made up of 2 elements. We've done this last year for the sisters who've done the classical Arabic level 1. What are the 2 elements of the Jumlatul Ismiya, everyone? Ad-deenu an-nasihatu. What does it mean? Ad-deenu, Sister Sumaya, what is the meaning of ad-deenu?
It's like your religion or your
Right.
faith or
So
belief.
the religion. So ad-deenu, the religion, is an-nasihatu. What is nasiha? Anyone? Apa Amina?
Is it not like good advice or
Advice.
good
Very
advice?
good. So let's write the meaning down. Ad-deenu an-nasiha. So now, because I know you know this meaning, I'm asking you, but when we are prepping, we are going to be doing it with the Hanswehr dictionary, right? So make sure you have your Hanswehr's, the green dictionaries, inshallah. So firstly, write your Arabic down, write the meaning down. Have everybody's done that? Okay, let me know once you are done, inshallah, okay? Okay. Done, Apa Amina? Are we done, guys? Bismillah. No? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sister Mahfouza, how are you keeping?
Walaikum salam, Maaf. I was trying to find the unmute button.
No problem, no problem. Mahfouza, just a quick question. You joining in as from the Mothers of the Ummah course, or you joining in for Alimiya?
I'm joining for Alimiya.
For Alimiya. So yesterday, in the afternoon, I said there's a few students missing. So will you be joining us live in the morning classes, inshallah?
In the morning classes, inshallah, I will be live, but in the afternoons will be a bit tough for me, so then I'll do the recordings.
Okay, inshallah. So I'm going to see if so many people can't make the afternoon classes, maybe we move the first years to the morning. So we're just going to the first 2 weeks are just going to be us navigating times, right? Inshallah. I hope everybody's okay with that, just to make sure that it's easier for everyone, inshallah, right? Okay. But just make sure that you are doing work, messaging me, for anything to do with Alimiya, message me directly, inshallah, feel free to do so. So we are doing our Zaadut Taalibeen now. I think you've missed the beginning of the class. But I'm explaining how we are going to break this down. And right now, everybody is writing down Ad-Deenu an-Nasihatu. Can you see the screen?
Gee.
Right. I've shared the PDF on the group, Sister Safira. All the sisters, you've got it on the group already. So let's look at the first one. Jay?
Huh?
Sorry?
Oh, and
Sister, Maf, sister, I think you're okay. So we've got Ad-Deenu an-Nasihatu written down. Sister Sumaya, you've written it down?
G.
G. Abba Safira, you've written it down? G. Okay, perfect. Right. So we've got, when we write down Ad-Deenu, at the bottom of it, you've got your arrow. So now let's focus on learning the lesson. When we speak about al-jumlatul ismiya, when we speak about jumla means a sentence. What is jumla? A sentence, and ismiya is a nominal sentence. Now in Arabic, we get two types of sentences. We get the nominal sentences and we get the verbal sentences. Are you all with me? Nominal sentences and verbal sentences. We are not looking at verbal sentences. We are looking at nominal sentences. A nominal sentence is made up of two parts. You get the subject and you get the predicate. In Arabic, we call the subject the mubtada. What do we call it, everyone? The mubtada. Does everybody have that? What do we call it? Bismillah. Sister Sumaya, in this class, you have to have your mics on, inshallah. We call it the mubtada. Okay? And when we say mubtada, it means the word that begins. The word that begins. Everybody's with me? So in the sentence, you get the subject, which is the first word in the sentence. That is called the mubtada. And the word that comes after that is called the khabar. What is it called? The khabar. Got it? Mubtada and khabar. Let me hear the sound. I want to hear some people's voices. Mubtada and
Mubtada and
khabar. So if I say the boy is tall, the boy is the first word in the sentence, so it will be the mubtada, and tall is the information, so that will be the khabar. If I say Sumaya is happy, which is the mubtada, which is the khabar, Sister Sumaya?
I'm still a bit confused. I'm not too sure.
Okay, so listen to the words. We're looking for a subject and we're looking for a predicate, right? Okay, we're looking for a subject and we're looking for a predicate. So if it's a subject, Sumaya, who's the first word in that sentence? Sumaya or happy? Sumaya.
Sumaya.
So Sumaya will be the subject. What will she be,
Subject.
everyone? Subject. So we call her in Arabic the mubtada. What do we call her?
Mubtada.
The mubtada, right? We call her the mubtada. Very good. So because she is the mubtada, we are going to say, oops, sorry. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, can you still see my screen share? No.
No.
Okay. Now is it back?
G.
Okay. So she is the mubtada and happy is the khabar. It's the one that gives you the information about her. So it is Sumaya will be the mubtada and happy will be the khabar. There's no word for is in Arabic, right? Everybody's with me? No word for is. Let's do another example. Ji, apa Amina?
Sa apa in that example?
Apa Amina, I don't know why your sound is lagging a little bit.
Yeah.
Ji,
Is that
in that,
how you Hear me now?
Not so well. Jakes, speak again.
Could Abba just say it in Arabic? I just want the sentence in Arabic.
Okay, so you say Sumayyatun Sa'idatun, right? For example, Sumayyatun Sa'idatun or Masruratun. So Sumayya is first and then Sa'idatun is second. Can you see that? All right? Okay, so we're going to do a few more examples so everybody understands it properly. So a Jumlatul Ismiya, the pink writing here, Sister Sumayya, means that a person is that a Jumlatul Ismiya means that we are looking at a nominal sentence. A nominal sentence means a sentence that there's no verb in it. It is or are. Muhammad is tall. Fatima is short. She is happy. You are my friend. Those are all nominal sentences. A nominal sentence has two key elements, a subject and a predicate. A subject is called a mubtada. What is it called, everyone? A mubtada. Right? So that word is mubtada'un or mubtada. And then the predicate is called khabar. What is the predicate called?
Khabar.
Khabar. So you've got mubtada and you've got khabar. Again, mubtada and khabar.
Khabar.
Okay. So you've got these two, which is your subject and your predicate. Now there's a certain rule in Arabic. The mubtada always gets a dhamma or a dhammatain. What does it get, everyone?
A dhammatain.
And the khabar always gets a dhamma or a dhammatain. So let's do that again. The mubtada always gets a dhamma or a dhammatain, and the khabar always gets a dhamma or a dhammatain. Now, when will it get a dhamma and when will it get a dhammatain, Sister Safira?
Molima, if there's a al, it will get a dhamma, and if there's no al, it will get a dhammatain.
Very good, mashallah. So that al, can you see this al here in the beginning? That al means the. So if the word has al, then automatically we take out the dhamma. One dhamma, you can't say al dinun. You say al ad-dinu because we are now making it ma'rifa, which means it is now a, what is it, everyone? What's ma'rifa? It's definite, okay? So when it's definite, it has that al. Okay, not to confuse you further, let's go again. In a nominal sentence, what's the Arabic word for a nominal sentence, everyone?
Jumlatul ismiya.
Very good. A Jumlatul Ismiya is made up of two parts. What are they, everyone?
Subject
Mubtada and khabar.
A Mubtada and Khabar. Sister Mahfuda, you can put on your mic as well. We will, inshallah, even if you make mistakes, it's not a problem. Okay, my darling? As it is me as well. Don't feel shy. I know you're just starting off now. Don't feel shy. Even if we make mistakes, we'll still carry on, inshallah, right? And that's how we learn. So you've got your Mubtada, you've got your Khabar. Sister Sumaya, yes, Bismillah, go ahead.
Maf, I wanted to ask, so when we were writing the Arabic of the hadith, so certain places, like if I was reading it normally, I wouldn't know how to pronounce it if Appa didn't tell me how to. So should we add like more like dhammas and fatas and kasras, or do we write it as it is and we learn how to read it that way?
Okay, so what you're going to do is, basically this class is going to teach you to read. Can you see that screen? The bottom doesn't have any signs on it, and I can read all of that. So that's the whole point of Arabic and becoming an alima, is you are able to then read those kitabs without the signs on it. So what you're going to do is, in class, you're going to make sure, as you are learning, you're going to put your fatha, dhamma, kasra on the word. As time goes on, you will learn the rules and it'll flow that you don't even have to write them down. You'll notice it happen yourself. Our first, second year students, when they started off, they were writing every single one. And then as time went along, now you know, okay, that's the Jumlatul Ismiya. The last word is going to have a dhamma. Okay, so I know that, right? And then you're going to be looking up words in the dictionary. So you're going to be getting used to that. So from different directions, you'll see how it will begin to flow eventually. Okay? So for right now, write down the whole word, the meaning of the word, and the fatha dhamma correctly. Because remember, this is the hadith of Rasulullah. You cannot, in any shape, way, or form, make a mistake of it. So you must make sure that you are writing it correctly. Okay? Right. So we've got ad-deenu an-nasihatu. We translated it as the religion is advice. Okay, or good advice, advice. Now, if I'm breaking it down, what will ad-deenu be? Will it be mubtada or khabar? Bismillah, everyone.
مبتدأ.
Mubtada. Excellent. So it's if it is mubtada, is it going to get a dhamma, fatha or kasra?
دمة.
Dhamma. And an-nasihatu is going to be what? An-nasihatu ta or ti?
تو خبر.
Tu, khabar, because the khabar always gets a dhamma. So you are now going to remember this. Ad-deenu an-nasihatu. Did you write your arrow? Did you write mubtada? Did you write khabar, everyone?
Ji.
Right. Now we are going to learn the next step. In Arabic, we have, if a word gets a dhamma, it is called something. If a word has a fatha, it is called something. Right? Now, I have done this with most of you, but inshallah, Sister Sumaya is new and Sister Mahfouza as well is new. So we are going to go do that in detail now. If a word has a dhamma, we say that that word is marfu'. What do we say it is?
مرفوع.
Marfu'. One more time, what do we say it is?
مرفوع.
Marfu'. Marfu'. Okay, inshallah, I'm going to just try to set up for from next week my board a little bit better. I have a nice little device that you can see it a bit clearer. So inshallah, once I get that, then I will then you can see the board a bit more clearer, right? Inshallah. Okay. Let's go now, inshallah. So if a word, let's say this again, if a word has a dhamma or a dhammatain, we say that that word is marfu'. Mim, ra, fa, waw, ain. Marfu'. Got it, everyone? Right? Marfu'. Okay. As we're doing our Arabic grammar, you'll find that it is in it will be on a Monday morning. We're going to do much more of this in detail as well, right? There will be much more of this in that class as well. So for right now, you've got marfu'. So this word ad-deenu, it's getting a dhamma. So we know that that word is called marfu'. What is it called?
مرفوع.
Marfu'. Mim, ra, fa, waw, ain. Mim, ra, fa, waw, ain. All right, everyone? Marfu'. Okay. So you've got ad-deenu. So your first thing is the rule. What is the rule? It is mubtada. Beneath that, you are writing, you put an arrow and you are saying it is marfu'. I'm going to take it closer. You can see I've got it on the board. Can you see it, everyone? Right. Now let's go under khabar. Khabar, what is it? Is it marfu'? Is it getting a dhamma?
Ji.
Ji. So under that, under khabar, it will also be regarded as marfu'. Mim, ra, fa, waw, ain. Okay. Sister Mahfouza, you can tell me a nominal sentence, jumlatul ismiya, is made up of two parts. What are the two parts?
A
Just see your-
mubtada and a khabar.
Sister Safira, your video is on. Okay. A mubtada and a khabar. One more
Khabar.
time. A mubtada and a khabar.
Khabar. Ji.
Very good. So if you have a mubtada and a khabar, what is the sign of the mubtada
It always gets a dhamma or a dhammatain.
and the khabar?
Also a dhamma or a dhammatain.
If a word gets a dhamma or dhammatain, what do we call that word? What do we say it is?
It's a marfu'a.
Marfu'un, right? Marfu'. Like you can stop there. Very good.
Okay.
So now we go to the third level now, right? If I say the word is marfu'un, what am I telling you? I'm saying, oh, that word gets a dhamma, okay? Sometimes the word will get a dhamma. Sometimes the word might not get a dhamma. Sometimes the word might get something else in place of that dhamma, right? They might not get the dhamma itself. They might get a wow. And then wow is replacing the dhamma. So we're going to learn those inshallah shortly. But for right now, on ad-dinu, what tells me, what sign is there that I know, okay, there is a dhamma there? It's a dhamma, isn't it? Is there a dhamma on the word ad-dinu? Is there a dhamma there? Right. So we call that وَعَلَامَةٌ لِلرَّفْعِ. The sign of the raf'i. Raf'i means that it is marfu'. Can you hear the word marfu' and raf'i? So the word is, and the sign of it being in the condition of dhamma is that apparent dhamma that you can see there. So I'm not going to confuse you for today. We're not going to do the third level. We're just going to know that there is a third level. And inshallah, as we go along, we will bring it in, right? For today, you're only going to write the rule and whether it is marfu'. Now, let's complete that. If a word is dhamma, dhammatain, it is marfu'. But if it is fatha or fathatain, what is it? It is called, Bismillah, anyone? Apa Amina?
Mansub.
Mansubun. It is called mansubun. Everybody together? Mansubun.
Mansubun.
Mim, nun, sad, waw, ba. Inshallah, once I open up the Arabic kitab that we are doing, you'll see all of this is in there. So don't get worried, right? We do have all of this, inshallah. So mansubun, what is mansubun? Mansubun means that the word is getting a fatha or a fathatain.
Hey.
Okay. Now, if we go to the third type, and that is majrurun. What is it called, everyone? Majrurun. Does anybody know what is the meaning of the word majrurun? When a word gets, obviously we got fatha, we got dhamma, so what will majrur be?
Kasra.
Kasra. Excellent. So if I say Fatimatun, what is that? Marfu'un, mansubun, or majrurun?
Tun is
G?
marfu'un. Marfu'un.
Marfu'un. Excellent. And if I say al-walada, what is that?
Mansubun.
Mansubun. Excellent. Okay. So I'm just going to stop my share 1 second. I'm opening up for the Arabic grammar kitab that we are doing. Okay. So if you look at this kitab, I've got it on the screen. Can everybody see it?
G.
Okay. So we call this al-i'rabu, which is called the inflection of the ism. What is it? The inflection on the ism. Meaning that we are looking at what is the case ending, the last part. So look at the example they give you here. Kitabun, kitaban, kitabin. Can you see that? All right, let me just put it on a single page so it's a bit easier to see. Right, can everybody see it now?
You just
Okay.
need to move it a bit.
Okay, now that's a bit better, right? Right. Kitabun, kitaban, kitabin. So you're looking at the last the sign of the last letter. Kitabun, because it has a dhamma, and in the bottom al-kitabu, but because it has a dhamma, we say the case with the dhamma is called raf'i. What is it called, everyone? Raf'i. And so if there is a noun with a dhamma on it, we call it marfu'. What is it, everyone?
Marfu'.
Marfu', and in English we say this is the nominative case. What is it? The nominative case. Marfu' is the nominative case. You don't have to worry about it in English. In Arabic, marfu'. Dhamma, it is a, what is the word for it?
Marfu'.
Excellent. Kitaban and al-kitabah. The case with the fatha is called nasbi. What is it called? Nasbi. And the word nasbi and mansub. Can you see the same word? Nasbi, mansub. So this is called the accusative case. So kitaban will be mansub and al-kitabah will be mansub. Got it, everyone?
G.
All right. Let's go to the third one. kitabin, al-kitabi. When the case is jarri, when it gets a kasra, we say it is jar. It is in the case of jar, which means it is majroor. What is it, everyone? Majroor. Excellent. It is majroor. So we've got kitabun, kitaban, kitabin. Right? Kitabun, kitaban, kitabin. Kitabun, everybody together, tell me what is it quickly? Kitabun,
مرفوع
marfu'un. Kitaban,
منصوب
mansub. Kitabin,
منصوب مجرور
majroor. Al-kitabah,
الكتابة is منصوب
mansub. Very good. Al-kitabi,
is مجرور
majroor. Very good. I'm confusing you, right? Al-kitabu,
it's مرفوع
excellent. Right. I know the brains are dusty from the holidays, but we'll get there slowly, inshallah. So now you've got the understanding of that, each one has a different sign. And I'm sure you read the Quran, so you see that the signs change, isn't it so? Alhamdulillahi. Can you see that? Why is Alhamdu getting a dhamma? Why is Lillahi getting a kasra? Why are we saying Rabbil Alameen and not Rabbul Alameen, not Rabbal Alameen? There's a reason behind each. And so we're going to learn the reason of each one. But now you've learned the first reason. Why are we saying Alhamdu? Alhamdu is the first word in the sentence. So it is called what?
it's called the مبتدأ
The mubtada. And the mubtada always gets a
ضمتين
dhammatain. So can we say Alhamda Lillahi Rabbil Alameen?
no
No. So Alhamdu has a dhamma because it is a mubtada. So it is marfu. MashaAllah. So let's go back to our screen. Ad-deenu an-nasihatu. Ad-deenu, the religion is advice. Ad-deenu will be mubtada'un marfu'un. And an-nasihatu is the khabrun marfu'un. Got it, everyone?
Gee, Mark, I wanted to ask, so is the mubtada always the first in the sentence?
Yes, so there are obviously sometimes exceptions, especially when Allah is speaking. But this is at the moment, you're going to just learn blanket rules, right? Then as you go on, you will learn exceptions as we come to next year and the year after that, inshallah, right? For right now, we are going to be just learning our blanket rules, okay? Inshallah. So you're going to take it like that. The mubtada is always the first word in the sentence in a nominal sentence. Remember this, right? We're not looking at verbal sentences. Okay. Now, the last one, remember I told you, وَعَلَامَةٌ لِلرَّفْعِ, that we're not going to do today. We're going to go to the next example. Let's go to the next example, everyone. What does it say here? It says, الدُّعَاءُ مُخُّ الْعِبَادَةِ. Okay? Now, I'm not going to do the entire sentence with you because I feel like we need to do a little bit more Arabic before we come here. الدُّعَاءُ is what? What is الدُّعَاءُ? What will we break it down as? It's the supplication. It's the first word in the sentence. So what is it, everyone?
مبتدأ
Tada'un. And what sign is it?
it's a dhamma
So what do we call that?
it's مرفوعة
Marfu'un. Now, mukhul ibadati, you people, Safira and Apa Amina have done the others, but the rest of you haven't done this rule. So mukhul ibadati, we'll join them together and it will both be the khabar. What will it be? The khabar. Can you see the word mukhu? What is mukhu getting? Is it dhamma, fatha, or kasra?
it will be a dhamma
Dhamma, right? Because it is the what?
خبر
Khabar. So khabrun, and it is mansubun, marfu'un, or majrurun.
مرفوع مرفوع yeah
مرفوع.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just listening to everybody's responses and judging from here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to first focus on building the Arabic a little bit, and then we're going to come back to this kitab. Okay? We're going to use this class to build our Arabic. We're going to do it interchangeably, right? So I'm going to go back to that kitab, and I'll share that PDF with you people also. We can start off from there, And I think let's build our Arabic a little bit more before we jump into this kitab, okay? Because of the other students having done Arabic before, they could go into it a bit more seamlessly. But I think you people need a little bit more Arabic before we start this, okay? Inshallah. Okay, so let me stop this share. And I'm going to go to that kitab, inshallah. And then we will continue. Okay, so I'm going to start off right at the beginning of this kitab. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Let's go first and look at the introduction and the the types of words that you get. There are different types of words that we get. The first type is called al-ism. The second is al-fi'l. And the last type is called harf. Again, what is it called? Ism. Let me just go to here. Aqsamul kalima, the types of words. Let's all say it together. Types of words. Aqsamul kalima. Bismillah. Now, this notes that I'm giving you now and this information must go into your Nahwa kitab. What book is it? Your Nahwa book. You have a book for Nahwa. You have a book for Sarf. You have a book for Zaadut Taalibeen. You have a book for Qasasun Nabiyyin. You have to have a book for your fiqh. You have to have a book for your tafsir. You have to have a book for your seerah. 7. Got it with me, everyone?
G.
G, inshallah. I think there should be one more. What am I missing out? Did I say Qasas? Should be 8 books in total, right? But there's one I'm missing out. Okay, let's go on. So, Aqsamul Kalima. In your book, you are going to be writing this down. Never mind if you have a PDF. Never mind if you have textbooks. Make sure you are writing notes down so that you have the information with you, right? So, in Arabic, words are divided into 3 types. The first type of word is called an ism. What is it called?
An ism.
Al-ism. What does ism mean, everyone? Sister Mahfouza, you with us? What does it mean?
It's not a verb or a noun. A noun.
A noun. Al-ism is a noun. Excellent. Al-ism is a noun. So, for example, al-rajulu, the man, farasun, a horse, hijaratun, a stone, al-hayatu, life, al-baytu, the house, madrasa, anything that you know, a name of a place, a thing, those are called nouns in English. In Arabic, we call them al-ismu. What do we call it?
Al-ismu.
Right. The next one, the second type of word that you get is a doing word. In English, a verb. For example, he hit, she wrote, I went, you came, we ate. Things that you do are called verbs, isn't that so? In Arabic, we call it al-fi'lu. What do we call it, everyone?
Al-fi'lu.
Al-fi'lu. Excellent. So we've got al-fi'lu and we've got the other one. What's the other one?
Al-ism.
So we've got ism, we've got the fi'l. Ism is a noun and fi'l is a verb. The last type of word is called a harf. Al-harf, which is the harf. What is harf? It is a word that is not actually giving you a sense of time. It's not giving you a sense of like a noun is a thing and it's nothing like that. It only gives you benefit when you attach it to something else, right? So if you take a harf, and you say it on its own, you say on, you say in. Does it have any meaning?
No.
No, it has to be attached to something. We call it a conjunction. What do we call it?
Conjunction.
So you get the noun, the verb, and the conjunction. The ism is the noun, the fi'al is the verb, and the harf is the conjunction. So again, let's start from the top. Kalima means a word. What does kalima mean, everyone?
A word.
A word. In Arabic, how many types of words do you get?
You get an ism, a fi'l, and harf. 3 types.
Okay, the 3 types, ism, fi'al, and harf. Excellent. Now, let's look at the ism itself. Remember, we were doing jumlatul ismiya. We were doing the nominal sentence. Then you get jumlatul fi'liya, which is a verbal sentence, right? But for right now, let's look at the ism. When you look at an ism, a noun, right? A noun, it's not a doing word. So first and foremost, it can have quantity, right? So can I say 3 pens? Correct? Can I say 3 pens?
G.
Right. Can I say 3 doings?
No.
That's incorrect. Can you see? So a noun can have number 1. It can have number. Number 2, a noun can have the word al, meaning the. Can I say al-qalamu, the pen? Can I say the pen, everyone?
G.
G. But can I say the he wrote?
No.
No. So I'm not hearing Apa Sumaya. Apa Sumaya, are you with me? Apa Mahfouz, are you with me?
Yeah, I am. I'm just writing notes.
Okay.
Okay, leave your mics on. So, let me hear you, inshallah, right? Okay, so al, when we say al, can it go onto a verb?
No.
No.
No. Al can
No.
only go onto a noun. So we are looking at the characteristics of a noun. A noun can have number. Everyone, what's the first one? A noun can have?
We have number.
Okay, number 2, a noun can have an alif, lam, and tanween.
A noun can have alif, lam, and tanween.
What is tanween? For example, kita,
Bun.
bun,
Kitab.
kitabin, kita,
Kitab.
ban. Apa
Ban.
Amina with me? Apa Amina? Assalamualaikum. Okay, inshallah. Keep your mics on, inshallah. Right, let's go. Third one, masculine and feminine. When you say shakirun and shakiratun, can you see there? That is a noun. It changed from masculine to feminine. So a noun can have the word al on it. A noun can be masculine and feminine. And the last one, the last 2, the noun can have something called a compound ism, which I will explain later on. And and it has bina and i'rab, meaning that it can change. The last letter can change or it can be fixed. Okay, so these are the 5. The last 2 I will explain in detail. For the most important, what you need to know is that the noun can have number, it can have alif, lam, it can have a tanween, it can be a feminine, it can be a masculine, it can be part of the compound ism, and the inflection can change. We're going to stop there for now, bi'idhnillah. I know it's a lot. So remember, this is the Zaadut Taalibeen class. I'm building your Arabic a little bit before we continue, okay? I feel the Arabic needs a little bit more building, and then but we'll do it interchangeably. On Monday as well, we're going to do the same thing. We'll do our qasas and our Arabic together so we can build the Arabic, inshallah. Okay, is everybody with me?
G.
Okay, for Monday, inshallah, what you're going to try to do is you are going to try to make sure that in your book, you have written down the 3 types of words. This is in your Nahwa book, not in your Zaadut Taalibeen book. Your Zaadut Taalibeen book, you will just write the hadith as we wrote it down today and leave it there for now, okay? Is everybody with me?
G.
Anybody would like our our notebooks? Alhamdulillah, we have notebooks available if anybody would like. And I don't know if I showed it to you people. Did I show you already? Let me just check. Bring mine quickly. Allahumma salli. So we've got the 96. Safina, yours will go out inshallah by today or tomorrow. And so if you look at you've got your place to write, you've got your date, all of that, right? So these are available if anybody